and welcome to another Married to Reselling video. I'm Faye and together with my husband Simon, we sell mainly on eBay and Amazon in the UK. I thought I'd come on today and talk to you about something I picked up at a car boot sale recently. This is it. When I picked it up, I saw it on the stall and I thought, oh, the frame caught my attention. It's quite an ornate frame. Didn't realise it was damaged at the time, but it is damaged in different areas. And just grabbed it for £2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 2, 4, 8, and then that.
£2 for that.
So
10.
£10. And it was quite funny actually, because we did a haul out the back of the car straight after the car boot, and I said that I'd picked up this lovely painting and didn't really think anything else of it. This is lovely. This is possibly antique. It's a painting on slate in a nice frame. Simon put the video out with the haul on it, and we got some messages on Instagram, 2 messages asking about this. So Simon said, oh, have you seen the messages on Instagram? People are interested in that painting on slate that you picked up. I said, oh, right, okay. Hadn't even sort of looked at it. I put it away with some other stock and thought I'll get to that when I get to it. That kind of made me think, oh, it's obviously something special. I got it out and I started to do some research. Turns out it's actually Petra dura. Now, I think I've pronounced that correctly. I have checked. And it's kind of like inlays of sort of stone or marble. So it's not actually a painting at all. This looks like slate, but it actually could be marble. And it's like marquetry, but not with wood. So kind of like a jigsaw almost in the marble. And I was like, okay, right, not a painting. So I just looked up on eBay, Petra dura, and I was fascinated by what I was seeing. It's very sought after, very collectible. I mean, I knew this was old by the back. The back just looked really old. And started doing my research. We messaged the people back that had messaged us on Instagram and just said, yeah, we know what it is. We know it's Petra dura. Here's a link to our shop. When it goes live, if you're interested, feel free to buy it, have a look. And it took me a while to list it, I must say, because I get like that sometimes with sort of things that could be expensive. Not scared of listing them, but I think, oh, it's going to take a bit of research. What if I put the wrong price in? So I just left it to one side. Then I started listing it. I'm going to show you some items that are listed on eBay, Petra dura items, and I'm going to show you some Petra dura items that have sold on eBay. And I think you'll find it quite fascinating. Maybe you already know about Petra dura. I didn't, and it's a complete learning curve for me, but I'm really glad I found this because I only paid £2. The listed prices are high and the sold prices are high, and you can get it as pictures, you can get it as tables, ornamental pieces. It's a really fascinating Italian style of art, I guess. So yeah, I was originally thinking that this was the frame that was going to sell this, when actually the frame is really damaged. So I took the plunge and I listed it, and I put loads of pictures up and I explained that the frame is damaged. You can see here, up here it's a bit damaged. There's cracks and all sorts in the frame. It's a wooden frame. And I was sold. It sold for £212 within about a week, and it's going GSP to America. And I am so pleased that my £2 pickup that was kind of, well, I got the completely wrong end of the stick. I just like the look. So obviously I've got an eye for nice things, but just didn't really know what I was picking up. But yeah, £2 into £212 is absolutely amazing. I am beyond thrilled with this. So if you see anything Petra dura in the wild, I mean, it doesn't say Petra dura anywhere. There's no signature, no marks. I mean, I guess there could be underneath here, but I wasn't going to start taking it apart to have a look. But if you see anything like this at a car boot sale or in a charity shop, definitely pick it up, because not only have I learned a lot, I've also made a decent profit on this piece. So I am absolutely thrilled. over the moon, and that is a fantastic sale to have this week. I'm just going to show you some sold Petra dura pieces that I came across when I was researching listing our Petra dura piece, and it's really interesting. I found this one. It was a Victorian antique 19th century Petra dura brooch, and this sold for 7,200 Australian dollars, which is about £3,600, and it is beautiful. It's tiny and it sold for that much money. But as you can see, the detail, there's lily of the valley flowers there and a rose. It is just absolutely stunning. So keep your eyes peeled for jewelry pieces, definitely. Then we have this 19th century Petra dura game box, and this is really nice. I mean, it's got some damage on it on the bottom right hand corner, but don't let that stop you from picking Petra dura up, because our piece was damaged, albeit it was just the frame. It was the original frame, so it didn't make a difference. Someone still wanted it. And this has some lovely playing cards on there, and the detail that's gone into that face card there is really, really lovely. But I'll just show you inside. It's like nothing special inside at all. It's the outside that sells it. So that is a really lovely piece, and that sold for 2,400 US dollars, which is approximately £1,800. So a great sale there. And then we have this. I mean, you wouldn't miss this if you saw this at a car boot sale or in a charity shop, but it's an antique Italian Petra dura of trumpeting angel in gilt gesso frame. I mean, the gold just stands out anyway. But that is a really lovely piece again. That sold for $1,800 US, which is approximately £1,400. Then we've got this. This guy scares me a little bit. It's a Giovanni Montelatisi Petra dura mosaic plaque of a monk. And this is signed. You can see the signature there on the bottom right. Let's zoom in on that, shall we? Where is it? There we go. Oh, that's the crack. There's the signature. Now, mine wasn't signed. It may well have been behind the back of the frame, but I wasn't going to take it apart and have a look because it was the original frame, the original back. Nothing had been touched. I didn't want to mess with it. Sold for 950 US dollars, which is approximately £745. Then we have some more jewellery, some beautiful fine Victorian 15 karat gold pendant drop Petra dura earrings circa 1875. And these have such exquisite detail. I mean, little lily of the valley flowers there and forget-me-nots. And they sold for £750. Now, I never really look at jewellery when I'm out and about sourcing, but I will definitely keep my eyes peeled for Petra dura jewellery from now on. Then we have this. It's a vintage Italian Petra dura mosaic by Bruno Trucchi, and it's signed. You can't see the signature in this view, but if you look here, it's sort of etched into the marble in the bottom right hand corner. But the detail they've gone to with just the different patterns that each piece of marble gives you is just great, like the sky, the rocks. No two pieces of marble are the same, so that is just a really, really lovely piece. And that sold for 690 US dollars, which is approximately £540. Then we've got this piece. It's an antique Italian Grand Tour Petra dura micro mosaic paperweight, and this is a little bit different. The micro mosaic relates to, hang on, these tiny little pieces that make up each part of the image. So each bird is made up of really tiny little pieces of marble rather than one piece. And this is the only micro mosaic version I've seen doing my research, but I think it's really, really lovely how they've been able to get all those different shades of colour into each bird. That sold for £420 on auction. It had 21 bids, and that's a really, really nice piece. Then we have this. It's a vintage Petra dura St Mary Basilica Florence Duomo Italian mosaic landscape. Again, like the previous picture or two previous, just the detail that they can achieve with different pieces of marble. Just that sky alone, that's just one piece of marble, but the blues and the whites and the greys really make it work for sky. And that sold for 354 US dollars, which is approximately £277. And I'll just go closer in on that one. I mean, that's really, really pretty, really lovely. And then next we've got this Petra Dura vintage mosaic of Florence stone inlay framed birds from 1970. This sold for $342 US, which is approximately £268. We'll just zoom in on some of the birds. There's butterflies as well. But again, this isn't micro mosaic. This is sort of larger pieces making up the shapes. I particularly like this one with the eye and the head of that bird there. That's really lovely. Next up, we've got another bird version. This is a Fabio Rene Petra Dura mosaic inlay stone painting bird bath art plaque. And this is in a frame. I like the AI image they've used in the background. And this sold for $298.20, which is approximately £234. And we'll zoom in a bit on there. Again, all these pictures are a bit blurry, not great for an expensive piece, but still got good money. But there, look at the bold colours on that. That would definitely stand out to me if I saw that at a tabletop sale or jumble sale or something. That's really lovely. Then we've got this. This is very similar to the piece that we sold. It's an antique Ashford marble Petra Dura desk paperweight wall plaque. I'm not sure why it's down as a paperweight. Maybe they're thinking you could take it out of the frame, not sure. But this is one stem of a rose, whereas ours was a flower arrangement, but very similar colours and style to ours, although the frame's very sort of basic. Ours was very ornate. And this sold, well, it was up for £225 and best offer was accepted. And that is just a really nice piece. Then we've got this. This is my favourite. It's a Petra Dura inlaid stone marquetry box, semi-precious stone, intricate, detailed. And yes, it is very detailed. This sold for $234 US, which is approximately £183. And all the colours, it's just making me think of peacocks. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'd have thought it would have gone for a lot more money. Now, maybe they got what they wanted for it, or that's what boxes are worth. I'm not sure. But I would have probably listed mine for a lot more. And just scroll through the pictures. So the designs on the lid and on the sides too. But that's very pretty. So $234 US, which is approximately £183. Then we've got this. I'd probably walk on past this normally because it doesn't really stand out to me, but this antique Petra Dura marble malachite thermometer from circa 1880 sold for £202.50. So more for me if I did choose to walk past it. It's kind of sort of bigger pieces. Zoom in. Great pictures again. Zoom in on sort of the triangle mosaics that they've used, all the different marble. But that's a different sort of piece and definitely one to keep your eyes peeled for. And then we have this 12-inch table marble inlay top Petra Dura. This they had two available. Well, they had four originally and two have sold. One sold for £184 and 88p. And this is really pretty. It's just simple sort of colour palette. But it's just amazing how they've got a very sort of symmetrical design there from just all different pieces of marble. But I have seen a few tabletops, so it's worth keeping your eyes peeled for that. I mean, 12 inches isn't very big, but it's a really, really, really lovely piece. So just looking at those pieces that I've shown you, you can tell that there's a lot of different Petra Dura art pieces out there, from jewelry to boxes to tabletops to pictures to paperweights to plaques, and there's going to be heaps more that I haven't even covered. So definitely keep your eyes peeled when you're out and about sourcing. There's definitely money to be had in sort of anything Petra Dura if you can get it cheap enough. We were lucky to get ours for £2 from a car boot sale, so we are really, really chuffed. And we'll definitely be looking out for this a lot more, because until we picked that up, we knew nothing about it. And that's just the pleasure of reselling. You get to learn. Every day is a school day. But that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If so, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.